breaking news overnight. Israel approved a deal to secure the release of 50 hostages held by Hamas, including Americans. The deal comes in exchange for 150 Israeli-held Palestinian prisoners. NBC's Bree Jackson is in Washington, D.C. now with the details. And Bree, the White House did play a role in securing this deal.
Yeah, that's right. Good morning, Maureen. So the deal comes after weeks of closely guarded negotiations in Qatar, which, along with the U.S. and Egypt, has acted as a broker between the two sides.
Deal reached to secure the freedom of 50 hostages, mostly women and children, held captive by Hamas, answering weeks of prayers of those desperately waiting for their return.
And just to have a sliver of hope and just a break already, just a break.
This comes after more than a month of intense talks. In a statement, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said he spoke with President Biden and asked for his intervention in hostage negotiations. President Biden thanked the leaders of Qatar and Egypt for their critical partnership in reaching this deal.
From the very beginning, the administration recognized that, number one, Qatar would be the venue through which you could have a negotiation to reach out to Hamas and try to secure the release of some of these hostages.
Under the agreement, Israeli officials say there will be a 4-day pause in fighting to allow for the hostage prisoner exchanges to take place. There is also an option to extend the ceasefire for extra days in return for 10 hostages a day. In addition, more fuel trucks and aid will be allowed to enter Gaza.
The pause itself is also terrific news in terms of the capacity to improve the humanitarian circumstance in Gaza.
An agonizing wait coming to an end for some hostages, but still no end in sight to the war.
And a senior Biden administration official said 3 Americans could be part of the first group of hostages released, 2 adults and a 3-year-old girl named Abigail. Maureen?
Wow. All right, Bree, what are some of the sticking points to this agreement?
So there are several, including Israel's requirement that Hamas provide IDs and proof of life for the hostages, and Hamas's demand that fuel be allowed into Gaza.
Interesting. All right, well, we're going to see how this plays out. Bree Jackson live for us in D.C. Thank you.